All right, y'all. Here's a part two. Thanksgiving leftovers. This time with two things that was missing: the potato salad and a turkey leg, but no roast because you know I took the roast when I was still at my auntie's house, and that was the only piece I got left. So pretty sure everybody else ate the rest of it. Of course, I got the mac and cheese, got some greens, got the yams, and that's it because I think the oyster dressing is gone. There's still the squash, but like I said, I didn't care for it, didn't really like it, so didn't buy with that. But let's go and get into it. And this is how you do it. You see how the mac and cheese is on a plate all its own. This is how I go ham when it comes to like leftovers. That's how I do it. This is how you know that you're dealing with somebody who generally really loves mac and cheese and has mac and cheese on like a high pedestal. I ain't trying to throw shots at nobody. What? 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 I'm just saying, like, if you love mac and cheese the way you claim, you gotta bring it. Now, the mac and cheese was kind of questionable. My mom said she didn't really care for the potato salad. She said she didn't really put much seasoning in it. Yeah, she definitely didn't go ham with the potato salad like she usually do, but it's still good, you know. It's mac and cheese though. Mmm, mmm. I'm sorry for plate scrapes. It was unavoidable. Now I don't like cold pizza, but I can eat cold greens. Of course, the greens are not cold. Just saying. Also, I'm not a fan of like cold potato salad. I don't hate it. If I have to eat it, I will. But I like my potato salad warm. I don't remember if I said that yesterday or not, but it's still kind of cold. I always like heat up the other stuff that gotta be heated up first, and then I put the potato salad on last, and then continue to heating up time. But I guess it wasn't enough. Yam's still good too. Got the blackberry lemonade, clear American, the only flavored water brand that matters. So good. Put it like this: I love mac and cheese so much, especially baked mac and cheese. I could eat this by itself without any other sides, without any kind of meat or whatever. And I've done that too, plenty of times. Go ahead. The turkey is good, but I think we just gotta accept the fact that turkey is not meant to be on a level of chicken or duck or any other kind of birds. Um, I think turkey is more lean than chicken. I think I don't entirely know. If it is, that would make a lot of sense. Why, no matter what piece of the turkey you get, it's all the same. It's all always mostly dry and not all that great and enjoyable. Whereas chicken has parts, You know, the breast sucks because it's dry as hell. Everything else is legit. Mac and cheese is just, it's so good. Like, I'm glad to know there's other people also that, you know, use guava powder, and I've seen some other people use smoked paprika in their mac and cheese. Cause just doing salt and pepper and doing like one or two cheeses is it's not gonna cut it, bro. Like, as good as cheddar is, I don't care how sharp the cheddar is. You touch it and you bleed or whatever the case may be. That can't carry a mac and cheese. Like, it can't. And I'm not even saying you need to have like 5 different cheeses or plus, but 3 should be the minimum, really. I say 2 being the minimum is being generous. So, you know, like I said, I use sharp cheddar, Gouda, which I feel like is non-negotiable in mac and cheese, and Kobe Jack, and American cheese slices, cream cheese, whipping cream, whole milk for like the little cheese sauce base or whatever, salt, pepper, garlic powder, a smidget of onion, a decent little amount of smoked paprika, and sometimes I add a little ground mustard. I want to say I did add ground mustard to this, and you know, it just hits the spot, you know. Yeah, so as I'm eating more of the greens itself, it's still fairly cold. I'm not about to waste time going back downstairs trying to heat it up. Oh no, that was probably one of the worst bites of potatoes I ever had in my life. Why that bite was watery like that? And how do you mess up something that you've made your whole life? More or less the same way. That's probably why she didn't bring it to the Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know. Mac and cheese being leftovers does not do it justice. I wish I could have showed y'all it when it was fresh, you know? When it was still extra gooey. I'm not saying it's dry. Obviously, it's drier than it was, obviously. That's just the way it is. But it's still cheesy and delicious. I ain't gonna lie, I eat too fast. I'm always, you know, getting pressure in the chest like the Hodge twins and all that. I try, but it's trust me, y'all know when I don't like something or don't care for something because I'm not eating it nowhere near as fast. I'm taking my time playing with it, looking at which side I'm gonna pick from next, and wishing it was gone. Nah, man, I ain't gonna lie. The more I'm getting bites of potato salad, the more I don't like it. We don't have to talk when she get home. Trust Trust me, I'm gonna let her know. I mean, she already knew it herself, but I'm just saying, I gotta let her know, you know. And the same thing I'm doing to her, the same thing I would do when I get a wife. You know, you gotta let them know. Hey, what you done did. And I'll probably make mac and cheese for Christmas too. Now I want to talk about this mac and cheese thing real quick. It's something I'm really passionate about, and it's something that I find really is annoying. So my favorite cousin, for whatever reason, somehow, someway, she's been brainwashed to believe that making macaroni and cheese with spaghetti noodles or any kind of like string noodle is black mac and cheese. First of all, we're gonna start with this right now. All right. If anybody watching this who's black, obviously you have to be black to be part of the conversation. No offense, but I'm talking to the black people here. If you really honestly think that black mac and cheese is based on the noodle, you're crazy. The noodle ain't got nothing to do with it. First of all, when you're using spaghetti noodles or any, excuse me, or any kind of string noodle, you're making cheese spaghetti. You're not making mac and cheese. Let's start with that. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. You're not making mac and cheese. All right? You can get away with not using elbow if you use penne or rotini or whatever, but preferably elbow. All right? And then another thing about black mac and cheese, just like a lot of food in particular to black people and everything, is that it's the seasonings and the soul you put into each dish that speaks of it being black, not the freaking noodles. Let's stop right now. I'm tired of people saying that. It's ridiculous. Saying I don't like black mac and cheese because I don't like cheese spaghetti. I can't stand cheese spaghetti. Whoever invented that need to get slapped in the mouth. In all seriousness, cut that out. Because if I want spaghetti, I'll eat spaghetti. If I want some kind of like noodle or pasta or whatever with fettuccine or any of those kind of like string noodles, I'll eat those. If I'm eating mac and cheese, alright, sometimes you can do penne, sometimes you can do rotini, but make no mistake, you know, the real, true, authentic way of making this is with elbow. And all you one cheese, mac and cheese making people, kick rocks. Because if people can come to understand that using more than one kind of cheese for a grilled cheese can elevate it, you gotta understand that mac and cheese is meant to be a multiple cheese thing. You know? Leave no evidence behind. Without getting on your nerves, scraping the plate. You know there's still mac and cheese left over. Cause like I said, I made 2 pans. And it shows that a lot of people don't really do mac and cheese, don't really like mac and cheese as much as I do, because me alone, I'm taking a big chunk out of the mac and cheese. Now obviously, if you got your little to-go plate or a little small little paper plate like this, you can only fit so much stuff, so I understand it. But if you're eating multiple you eat multiple plates, I would expect that, you get mac and cheese every serving. I mean, I guess I'm wrong, but apparently, like I said, after we left and went home, I was told, oh, everybody, was liking your mac and cheese and everything. I don't like people do that. Like, if you like the food and you like, the person who cooked it, whatever, especially when they're there, tell them while they're there. Don't wait till they leave and you got to hear from somebody else to find out if, you like their stuff or not. I mean, if they like your stuff or not. Obviously, I was confident enough that they had to like the mac and cheese because, for one, when I was making it, I was dancing and all kinds of other stuff. So I definitely was, doing my thing. And the recipe is based off this black-owned family business, in Gretna. I want to say it's in Gretna, which is the city I'm in. And it's called Chicken's Kitchens. I follow them on Instagram. Y'all should go check them out. Awesome. Only been there once, but that one time was enough to get me hooked. And of course, me, I had to get the mac and cheese. That was like the best damn mac and cheese I ever had in my life. He posted it on the challenge page and everything and showed you how to make it. He got the recipe, the ingredients, instructions, and everything listed because people were saying that his mac and cheese looked like boxed mac and cheese, which it doesn't. And so I remember, like, man, he got the recipe, so I did. So the first couple of times I made it exactly how he did it, and it was as close to the authentic thing as you can get, I guess you could say. Still felt like his was just a little bit better, but mine's definitely reminded me of that because I didn't taste no mac and cheese like it. I love my mom's mac and cheese. She doesn't do a cheese sauce or roux, none of that stuff. She does an egg and all that kind of stuff, but it still comes out so good. And that's the second best mac and cheese in my life. But this year, like I said, I decided to really kind of take the recipe that I've done a couple of times and I've made it my own because, in terms of like the cream cheese and the whipping cream and the whole milk and all that stuff, all that stuff is exactly the same. What I did different was with his recipe, he uses American cheese slices and cheddar, I want to say. So if you're not counting the cream cheese, that's the only cheese he used. And as crazy as that sounds, because especially what I was saying earlier, that's still so damn good. I mean, it's two cheeses, but but me, I gotta have Gouda. I don't care. Like, if no other cheese makes it, Gouda gotta be the first one. Like, it's a must for me. He's obviously made some elite mac and cheese, and he don't need Gouda. But I'm just saying that if I'm gonna make it, I'm Gouda all day, smoked Gouda, baby. So I would use smoked Gouda. I'd use, like I said, my sharp cheddar cheese. Sometimes I use mild, and I use Colby Jack. I like Colby Jack too. Colby Jack by itself, or Colby Jack being the main driver for like a mac and cheese, is kind of if I'm being honest. But together, I see why people use cheddar because cheddar is more strong, it's more pronounced of a flavor. It let you know it's there. I feel like Gouda has a distinct enough flavor too where oh, it's Gouda. So all those things working together it's a dream come true, So, and his restaurant be popping, and majority of people get the mac and cheese. He be having lines, like y'all think Popeyes with the chicken sandwich was a line. It's basically like that, except that it's more controlled because obviously, ain't no skipping and cuts and all that other stuff, getting in fights and everything. Thank God, and them people gonna wait. It's like that's how you know when your food is good, when you got a line out there waiting. Like if y'all ever watch SpongeBob, y'all see the episode with the pretty patties, and SpongeBob had the biggest line of customers that the show probably ever had, from his house all the way up to the door of the Krusty Krab, so yeah, it's so that's basically how I'll do my mac and cheese all the time. I also made mac and cheese. Found a recipe of another of a cooking channel, YouTube channel creator known as Smoking and Grilling with AB. He's one of my favorites to watch. He's entertaining. He's a cool, chill dude. You know, I made a recipe off his mac and cheese before. I really liked it. It's really good. He uses a root, but the Chicken Kitchen's mac and cheese is still the best in my opinion. Until otherwise, you know. I'm really sad about the potato salad though. The potato salad is easily my second favorite side of all time. Number one, matter of fact, no, let me change that because baked mac and cheese is not a side. Let's for me, baked mac and cheese is not a side, it's a main course. It's even more main than a ham or roast or turkey or whatever the case may be to me. Like I said, when mom used to make dinner for us back in the day when we was kids, use Kraft macaroni and cheese, stuff like that. You get the little 3-section plates. Now, obviously, if mac and cheese is basically a side like corn and stuff, you put them in a small little sections. The main course, which would be whatever the meat is or whatever, would be the main course. Not for me. Mac and cheese had to be on that big slot. It had to be. Or if it's like just a regular plate like this, mac and cheese covered 95% of the plate, and then everything else had to get in and fit in. You got to kind of overlap it, kind of sit on top. Hey, do what you got to do. But mac and cheese is number one, and that's still the case now. So I'm not about to go in here and claim that I love baked mac and cheese more than anybody on YouTube, because there might be people who probably got it connected to their veins and stuff. I wouldn't go that far, not even for like pizza, but I definitely love it more than a lot of people probably do. And I could be more critical of it because I just feel like I know what real good mac and cheese is, and I know what garbage is. Same thing with cookies. There's always Christmas. Like I said, I really like these. I'm really happy how they turned out. What I would do different though is I would either not add chocolate chips, which I feel like is not really necessary because it's cookies and cream, so you should just let the Oreos and the cookie batter do the talking, Or add white chocolate chips. Yeah, these things is good as hell. But I can't say it's the best though. The best cookies and cream based dessert based cookie that I ever had was from Crumble. I know y'all hate on Crumble, but you know what I can't stand? Let's talk about pet peeves real quick. Smacking. Y'all probably like, how you don't like smacking? You're somebody who watches people eat food, because not everybody that I watch smacks, and it's a certain kind of smack that I don't like. I know some people over exaggerate the eating sounds they make, regardless of what mic they have, to try to sell the sensation of ASMR and all that stuff. That's understandable, whatever. But when you're not even making any kind of videos or nothing, you're just eating, and you just eat like that. Like how Keith Hodge used to always tell his brother Kevin, the Hodge twins. Sound like I ain't gonna say it. I'm just saying, it's annoying. Like, you should not be louder than me. I'm not gonna be doing all that, What you hear is just the regular sounds I'm making. I'm not trying to over exaggerate nothing, overemphasize something, you know. Damn. Cause as a kid I used to smack. You know what that is? It's mostly when you're chewing and you're chewing with your mouth open. You know, my dad taught us when we were small, don't be sitting there eating with your mouth closed. Close your mouth when you're chewing and stuff, you know. Some people just can't help themselves. Oh my God, don't let him be eating no soup or nothing. It didn't really sound like he's sucking something off. And it's like, bro, calm down. You don't gotta do all that. But my thing is, if you're gonna do all that, you might as well be making food videos. ASMR. I'm sure people love hearing that crap. I be having to put on my Beats headphones or my AirPods and blast music loud. Try to turn the TV up as loud as I can when I'm playing the game, just to not hear the shit. Because telling me you just, you know, you wanna, you should. You lucky I was one of them brothers that whoop his ass, you know. Cause I was a bunch of times. I mean, it really sounds like he's sucking off a horse. Like, I'm gonna say this: there is no food in the world that's so good that you got to be making those kind of sounds. It's like when people drink stuff and they drink stuff with a straw and they're just making the strongest, most loudest, obnoxious, like slurping sounds and sucking sounds, and it's like, stop it. Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Until next time, peace out.